Okay, friends, YouTubers, subscribers, of my channel. In about 4 o'clock this afternoon, I was sitting back and just going through some vids, and I actually found a few images that said the sun had gone out. And so I actually went to the satellite camera and actually found everything. I actually, by the way, I advise you to go back and actually read all that text. Just stop each screen after you heard me have a yak for a sec and then come back to the start. Because when I actually went to the channel, I actually went and had a look at it, and lo and behold, that these images did definitely show blank screens with half a sun in one of them, and it actually freaked me out. So what I've done is I've just gathered a few of these ones here just to show you what's actually going on. And it's on the gold one was the first one I looked at. I looked at all the images. I didn't notice too much of a change on those ones, and but then I actually scrolled the screen down, and I actually found what you're about to see in a brief second. I found 2 blank screens and a half sun, and I thought, shit, this is real. Because I've never seen, because the images are dated, so they're not missing, so the images were actually taken. So this one's the first image. Then there's the next image. You just saw the counter change on this one. And I've left these black screens in for a deliberate reason, so please forgive me that you're just looking at a black screen. Then I saw this one, and I thought, hang on, what's going on here? I thought this could actually be very real. And then, so I started looking at other things. I looked at the magnosphere one, which is this image here, and I noticed the darker side to the left, and I'm thinking, hang on, there could be something to this. And then I went and saw the next one, and sort of like looked at the red image, and okay, it's got another black screen like this, and then it's got the half sun again, and I'm thinking, hang on, shit, this is quite freaky. So I just kept on going and kept on going and kept on looking through the images, and again I found this one, but then something started to notice. I noticed a couple of little dots on the screen. I'm thinking, okay, why is there dots? So I'm thinking there's something could be there, and then I noticed that image, and there's another dot, there's a half a screen. And I started thinking, hang on, what if something's gone across in front of the screen? Now, I've experienced that with some of my Soho images before, and you've all seen the UFO caught by the Soho camera, I hope. But then as I'm going through the screens and going through the screens and looking at them, and I just basically kept on seeing different little things in each image, and but then I kept on seeing the half moons, and I'm thinking, hang on, this could actually be quite real. The more I went into each one, and I just kept on looking at each of the colour filters and finding black screens, and it's starting to freak me out a little bit. I'm thinking, hang on, the sun could actually go out. But then I noticed these actually images are 15 minutes apart. So if the sun did actually really go out, because I found in most of them I found 2 dark screens and a half moon. So I'm thinking, hang on, we would have seen that. That's 45 minutes. The whole world would have known about it. It would have been the biggest news story on the planet, that the sun has gone out for 45 minutes. See, in the other video, they didn't tell you about these other black images. I think he was just trying to make, it might have been trying to make himself a bit bigger than, the story a bit bigger than what it was, because it could have been a filter. And after seeing this, I'm thinking, no, okay, it's a filter problem. And then just kept on going and kept on going and looking at the images, and each one is the same. I'm getting these dark screens, and I'm thinking, okay, well, there's a period of time between each one of these images. So, okay, the period of time between these images is approximately 15 minutes between each image. So that means the sun's out for at least 30 to 45 minutes. It would have been a worldwide phenomenon story. It would not be something that could be covered up so much. So I've just kept on going through the images and looking at them and everything, and Then I saw this next image, which is basically, okay, it's not half a moon. So I'm thinking, what's going on here? Okay, if the whole sun's going out, how come this one's only got a little bit of the sun missing? And then I saw this image, okay, and then I noticed it was actually a composite image. The actual image is one of the blue filter, it's the yellow filter with the magnetosphere in the back, and in other words, so yellow reds still comes through, and the green, the blues and reds still come through, and it was a compilation of images. So it's got the magnetosphere in the background. So it's basically, the magnetosphere one is the grey one that I didn't have to, I did, I put that one at the very beginning. Then I noticed this one, it's a compilation again. There is no planet here and everything like that. So I'm thinking, okay, how come it showed up through the magnetosphere? Then I realised, no, the other one was the magnetosphere. And but even in this one, when it comes up to this image, again, it's still only the half planet. So I'm thinking, okay, what's going on? Is there a shutter? Is the shutter jammed or something? Is the shutter not working? But why has each one of these images? Because these are 4 separate cameras on the colour filters. And I thought, hang on, no, there's more than 4 cameras. There's quite a few of these cameras on this satellite. So how can all of these satellites cameras be taking half a shot of the sun? So I'm thinking, okay, maybe the sun did actually blink out. Maybe we were lucky enough to be on the side of the sun that we didn't notice it happening. So I'm still looking at all these other images and looking at the compilation images and going through them and getting a bit worried here, thinking, okay, what's going on with the sun? And okay, I got another one, and it was just constant. And then I got to the blue image. Okay, now the blue image, this is where everything started to think, oh, sorry, that one belongs to the magnetosphere, which I should have put up the front, but sorry, it's there. And I'm not going to change it. So then I noticed this. This is the black image on the blue screen. Notice there's stuff in the background. Then something clicked in my head. Okay, that's in the wrong spot. Sorry about that, guys. But that's the black image from the compilation. But then, again, I'm back to the blue image again, and then okay, there's definitely something here. And then I get up to the half moon section of the blue, right? And then I still see something there. Now, see, if you're going to design a spacecraft in space, the best idea is to make it either blue or black. And blue is actually most probably the better colour, because then you can hide it when you come up to water, it could hide in water and things like that. Then I noticed the structure of this image. All I did with this is I increased the blue intensity a little bit. Okay, now then I come up to the next image. Right, the next one I super dupered the blue on it, and then I started seeing definite structure, and it looked as if they're units or like spheres maybe joined together or something like that. And I'm thinking, hang on, what if there's a ship that's gone past the satellite? And then when it gets up to this image, and this is the really super duper, and this was a one, because I actually zoomed in on this image, and you're going to see it in a minute, and then I realised, yes, what we've caught is a ship went past, because if you put this up at full screen, pause it, have a good look at it, you'll see structure, and it's not pixelated. There's round structure, there's other things. That one even looks like an S or an actual emblem of some description on the side. It looks like those spheres are joined together, and it looks like they're joining components. This is just a repeat of everything. But so basically, all these guys that think, okay, the sun has gone out. Well, I've got some real bad news for you guys. The sun did not go out. Okay? If the sun had gone out, it would have been worldwide news, no matter what. The governments could not cover this one up. NASA could not cover it up. So the sun did not go out. What you have actually caught was a craft going across in front of the sun and basically blocking out the sun. Now, in the yellow images, the reason why you can't see it is it's a yellow filter. It's designed to block out all the other colours except for the gold. Okay, so you can't see it because it's blue. It's most probably the best craft design for deep space if you don't want to get blown away by alien species. And apparently There could be some nasty buggers out there, and these people know it. So they've got a craft that's designed and invisible to the eye. But unfortunately, when it crosses something, it's going to block something out. So the sun did not go out, guys, okay? You've got a spacecraft going in front of the sun. The reason why the magnetosphere ones didn't show up is because it's on the other side of the camera. There was one blank image, which is a bit further up, which I should have put to that one. Now, again, we've got the black image. And the reason why, it's because it's the red. It's designed only to see the red colours. Hence, you can't see the ship. And the same with each of the colours. And even with the aqua, because aqua is more green when you get up there, but this one was picking up, must have been picking up lights on the ship. Okay, the lights on the ship must have been in that colour range, so hence, those couple of lights got picked up. Right, that's the reason why you're seeing those little lights, okay, because they were in that colour range. You see, I'm an artist, okay, guys. I've been an artist all my life and everything like that. The solar research is a hobby of mine because I'm interested in the sun and because I'm interested in how the suns move and everything like that. And but when I saw this video where they're saying the sun has gone out, it was like the sky is falling, Chicken Little. Remember that, guys? And I'm going to post this as a video response to you. So I strongly advise you to update your video and everything like that because the sun did not go out. Something went in front of the satellite. That's all it is, blokes. And again, you noticed it's not there because you can't see it because it's not in that colour range. The colours were filtered out. So the colours in this one are aqua. So the blue is actually filtered out. The darker blue that's in that colour range is actually filtered out. But if you do zoom in on that one and adjust the colour a little bit, you do get a tiny little bit. I didn't want to stuff around with that because it was just a little bit too much. And you could only just barely see it. Now in these ones, the only colour you can see is pink. So you can't see the spacecraft because the spacecraft is not pink. So it's filtering out blues. So the only colour you're seeing here is pink. So the spacecraft is still covering up half of the sun. That's why you can't see it. And the reason why we've got those archy little shapes is because those archy little shapes are the shape of the spacecraft, as you will see in the future images again. Now in this one, it's the green filter. So the only thing that's getting through is green light. Okay, so you've got to understand, guys, you're not going to see something blue when the filter is designed only to pick up green light. These filters are designed to look at the sun in different ways to see different things that are happening within the sun. They're specially designed these ways so that, yes, the sun does see everything and does see them in these ways. And you should have included these blank images, guys, because this says the sun, if by your theory, would be out. Now, again, if that was right, why is this image only a quarter of the sun? This is not all the sun, or say a third of the sun. Okay, now this one, the reason why this one comes up like this, guys, is because they've got the magnetosphere ones behind the compilation of filters that they've put together. So you've got the two filters that have come together, and hence it's pushing out those colours. That's why you can see these things, okay? And I believe that you can actually see what you're seeing is not so much in the way of the thing. You've got a mixture of parts of the ship in this image, but you've got the magnetosphere giving you the brighter image at the back and then the colour blue over the top, and it's giving a false image on those ones, unfortunately. I'm sorry, guys. But this is, again, another compilation of colours. Because it's a compilation of colours, okay, it's going to still filter out that one blue colour, because the only way you're going to see this craft intensely is in the images where only that one colour comes through, and hence it's going to make that spacecraft light up like a Christmas tree, like it does. And again, this is another compilation of images. This is the red, the green, and the blue. But because the spacecraft is in the one colour range, the red and the green, you get black, and this is how it works in the film setup, guys. Basically, the reason why you've got blue in there, see, our sun is not blue, okay? Our sun is not blue. You've got the reds and you've got the things, and you've got a false image because of the colour compilations, okay? The greens and the reds are blocking out the colour of the ship. So you're just getting a blackness of the ship, and that's, if you mix those three colours in the printer inks, you do it in printer inks, guys, you mix those three colours, you get black, okay? That's why you can't see, that's that one that belongs up to that grey image up the front. Now, but as I said, when I got to the blue, the moment I got to the blue images, something appeared. It's only very, very light, but it's there. This is the secret, guys. Okay, there was something in front of the screen. Okay, that's that compilation one that belongs over there. All I did is just copy it all over and dumped it over, guys. But the blue image, bang, it's there. It says, okay, something's here. It says structure. It says there's something in front of the camera. It says something in front of the camera. Now look at those shapes. Those shapes go with the colour of the screen. That's why it looks like half of the sun is blocked out. There is a enlightened, this is with all the hues in the blue range brightened, okay? And it definitely shows structure. And again, here it is. This is only lightly brought up. Now, when I come up into the next ones, I've actually really increased that intensity. Okay, you can notice different little things. Actually, you get a few more darker spots in the actual brighter one, because that's what happens when you intensify all the blue range and intensify it to its fullest. You will get a bit of blackness coming into it. But again, it shows you that bit more structure, and it must have been on an angle, because hence it's basically the way that they're getting smaller, everything. That's called perspective, and it's a common thing in the art world, guys. So what you've actually seen, but stick this one on full screen, have a look at the structure of those objects. You'll see that what looks to be a symbol, it looks like an S or a snake. But yeah, guys, I'm sorry, but the sun didn't go out. So, Anthony Avery signing off.